Hello everyone, welcome to Inner Health Conference. I am Marcelina Norman, your host for today's podcast session. Today I'm in conversation with Dr. Jaspreet. Warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Can you have a brief introduction of yours?
Sure. So I'm assistant professor in the Department of Computational Biology at IIIT Delhi, which is in the Press Institute of Information Technology, and I'm a person who works in health informatics. So basically we look at big data and get insights into the disease pathologies for precision medicine.
So diving right into the questions, I would like to know what are the gaps in the climatic change that we need to look into as a community?
So as a person who is working with health data, I would say that when we talk about health conditions, they are very directly linked to the changes in the climate, right? And we have seen that because of the changes in the climate, there are higher instances of vector-borne diseases recently. So I think there is a very dire need for these two communities to come together and work on these problems. And a lot of initiatives have already been taken. So right now the problem that we are facing is a data that has information related to both health and climate. So I think that is one of the gaps which I generally see, and we have recently launched a program which is a PG diploma program for data science in health and climate, and I'm one of the instructors there. So here we are trying to build capacity or train people for data science and with domain knowledge from health as well as climate, so that they can look at the intersection of these two and then they can contribute in what we are talking about today. So as one of the instructors there also, I really feel that the major gap that we feel is there is the lack of the data. Again, so all these different people involved in addressing this problem, they have to come together, decide upon what data is actually required and how we can take it forward for solving these problems.
So as we just talked about the data, so how this data is creating an impact, on the climatic change and how it is changing the things in the globally on the global level or as compared to the Indian tech context.
So I would say these inferences that we have brought, right? This vector-borne diseases are increasing because of drastic change in climatic conditions. There are a lot of variation in the amount of rainfall that we are getting. The temperatures are rising, drastically. So all this has come from the data. We have data from the past and we have analyzed and we have come to these inferences. But still that is not a very large scale data. We do not have very long time series data. So probably addition of more information to the same is required for a better insight. What are the factors which are actually affecting it, and then we can take it forward. So a lot of initiatives have come up where we can predict the outbreak before the cases are being reported. So this is all happening with the help of integrating data with the machine learning based pipelines. So I think going forward, data has a very, very important role. So quality data, I would say, has a very, very important role which can help us in building models and make us prepared for the upcoming outbreaks.
So now I would like to know how and what are the steps that the academic institutions are taking ahead to do this climatic control and to take the process further ahead.
So as I said, the two important stakeholders which I just mentioned are health professionals and people who understand climate, and then they have to work together, come up with some data analysis. This data has to be informed to the policymakers so that they can take necessary actions and an altogether impact can be seen. So you can see there are people from three different domains that I just talked about, but they do not understand each other's work. So we have to build a platform where we have people from all these domains coming together. They learn the basic techniques which are required for the data analysis, and they build themselves from there. They enhance their skills and so that they can actually perform the task which we are talking about. So as an academic institute, as I just mentioned, we have taken initiative. We have started running programs because we feel there is a lack of technical expertise in the people who are working in this field. So this is one of the initiatives. This is 1-year-old program now. The first batch is it has already graduated and the second batch has started, and we have official partners like Data.org or JPAL and Art Park working with us. So you can understand the importance of this skill enhancement that is needed in the community right now.
So pretty well said, ma'am. Lastly, as we all know that India is still a developing country. So what are the potential areas that we need to look into where we can see that climatic control can have a greater impact on the community as compared to the developed countries like UK, US, so on?
So I think there is a lot that can, as you said, we are developing. So as we develop, there is a lot that we can do. For example, as a healthcare person, I can say that even the healthcare facilities and infrastructures, they contribute a lot in the carbon emission. So this can be one of the initiatives. People are talking about green initiatives, green hospitals. So the infrastructure can be designed in such a way that least energy is consumed and we can run on renewable sources of energy. So like we have to be a little futuristic and we have to plan in such a way that we not only talk about the problems that we are facing right now, but we can also foresee what we can face in future if necessary steps cannot be taken.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jaspreet, for having such an insightful discussion. Lastly, I would request you to share a short message with our listeners that you want to give.
So I would just say that technology has a lot to do in today's world, right? So we can learn a lot from whatever we have seen in the past. We can draw inferences and move forward. So I would just say that all the students who might be listening, so this is where you have a lot of potential. You can contribute back to the society. So equip yourselves with these technology and see how you can contribute in making the society a better place that you are living in.
Thank you so much for joining today. I hope all the viewers have gained a lot of insight from your expertise. Thank you so much.
Thank you.